next up, I got the chance to sit down with 9 of the top female cornhole players in the world. Now, you might think that that was enough, but it wasn't. I got a chance to ask them what they thought the future holds for the women of cornhole. So if you think that these women are going to be all prim and proper, you got another thing coming. Roll the tape. I guess I'm wise enough, old enough, wise enough to realize I'm going to have no control over all of these women. So I'm going to let them kind of control this whole scene. So we're going to start off by introducing all the women. Let them please say what your name is and where you're from.
TRACEY McMitchen, Louisville, Kentucky. TRACEY McMitchen, Louisville, Kentucky.
That's good. Tori Smith, Paducah, Kentucky.
Lisa Gannon, Murfreesboro, Tennessee.
Tina Armstrong, Shelbyville, Tennessee.
Yeah, don't cut it off.
Lynda Oglesby, Millington, Tennessee.
Paula Stevens, Roanoke, Virginia.
Karen English, Philpott, Kentucky.
Robin Smith, Calvert City, Kentucky.
Beverly Dotson from Dixon, Missouri.
And Tanisha Lashley from Louisville, Kentucky.
All right, that was very good, and it's funny that once we started rolling the cameras, how you guys all quieted down and acted like you were doing the proper thing, which I know that that's not like any of you in real life. So, okay, so let me ask you girls a question. What is it that you see in the future for yourselves as female players in the sport of cornhole?
Well, the Queen of Cornhole is one of them. I'm striving to be one of the best. Of course, we're all going to take turns kicking each other's ass, like I said the first time. It's definitely going to happen. We're all great, even you, Tracy. I'm coming for you, Tracy, back to back to back, and Paula down there, and Karen again. I definitely want to be considered one of the best. I practice a lot as much as I can, especially, in the wintertime you can't. But I just want to be considered one of the best female players, and I want to take turns kicking everyone's ass. And hopefully they kick my ass a little bit, but not too much. So,
I would like to see the sport grow a little bit for women.
Absolutely.
I don't see as many women as I would like to see playing. So we try to get as many in our area. We try to play co-eds and try to get the husbands bringing their wives out to play and taking them out of the house and bringing them into the club and playing cornhole and just having a good time and getting better. And I don't want them to be intimidated. I just want them to have fun, because once they come in and they see people playing well, then they're intimidated and say, I don't play that good, so I'm not coming back. But you got to keep encouraging them to come back and play, and they just keep getting better and better. And I've seen it happen, and they get really good after a few months. So don't be afraid to come and play, and just come have fun.
Yes. Let me take that from you for 1 second. I'm sorry. What do you think that it is that needs to be done in order to be able to get more women out here playing competitive, professional cornhole?
I'm sorry, I had something to say. As a CO, we are doing where we have any new ladies that come in with their husbands or significant others or whatever. We just actually set up a separate set of boards. We set up a separate tournament. It doesn't count for anything. It just kind of lets them start getting into that area and start doing it. I'd love to see all the other COs kind of just start opening up something like that, because I think once they start playing, we all know how addictive it is. So I think the sooner they play, the better off we're going to. That's just my thought.
The problem is getting them to play. They don't think they're good with the guys.
Which is why we
So,
put them
yeah,
just by themselves.
yeah. Still, they don't think see the guys playing and they go, no, I can't do that. I'm not good enough. I'm not good enough. But they're never going to get good enough unless they try.
Play better. I just want to beat them. Beat the guys.
Yes, beat them.
All you guys.
All of them.
But I think that we need to do a doubles for women's.
Yeah!
Because the more the better, right?
I would love to see more women get into this, but like the rest of them said, as a CO, all my women, we're not good enough to play with them. You are good enough to play with them. You just got to come out and play with them. My very first world tournament, I met Paula, and her husband's like, she's only been playing for like 3 months. And I literally, like, we threw on the same boards, practiced together, and that first woman out of all these was the very first woman that I met in Cornhole. And when we played together, it was great. It was great. And then I met all these other women. This is the best right here. You can't get no better than what's sitting right here.
Oh, wait, time out. Excuse me. Robin.
You know what I want to say, and I'm a prime example. My husband and I have been playing cornhole for 3 years. This is the first time I have ever played in the women's single.
Yay.
Yay. So I know that anybody can get out there and do it. When I first came in 3 years ago, the first lady that I seen throw cornhole bags was Karen English. And you're going to make me cry because I have looked up to you and I have followed you, and I knew that someday I'm going to be like Karen English.
You are, girl.
And she's my hero.
That was sweet.
It's the truth and you know it.
Well, I'm a very competitive person.
Yes, you are.
And I actually, these two, Paula and Karen, I look up to them. And every time I play them, it's competition. And it makes me a better player, even though I haven't won yet. It makes all of these girls, all of them, I think's been in it, except for maybe you longer than me. But me and Tina, we practice a lot, and of course, to be a better player, you have to practice, and it's addictive. It is addictive.
Playing better players.
She's addictive.
You're not gonna get any better playing someone you beat.
I don't know. I just wanted to say that other than the cornhole, I come here for the family. The people, I can count on them anytime. It doesn't have to be cornhole. I can call them for anything. And the female, we all know that females are difficult, but when I'm playing next to them, it's competitive. But when we're off the court, it's just like we're family again. So that's what I appreciate the most.
Well, these women just covered everything. So I'm just going to say I agree with all of you except for Robin, because Karen's not my hero. No.
I love that.
That's all right. I'm still staying safe.
Like I said, I'm got no control here. But I'm going to call bullshit on a little bit of you guys for saying that you guys don't think you're competitive enough, or that you guys. I'm going to. No. You did say it. Now you're switching up my words that I'm switching up on you. No, you. Okay. Listen, I'm going to on you a little bit because you guys were girls were talking about how women think that they, in the back of their mind, aren't good enough. You women are more competitive than any man I've ever met in my life. All right? So you guys need to wipe that out of your heads right away, because I can guarantee you that pretty much all of you guys can kick my ass. Probably half the guys that are out in the other court right now. All right, so wipe that off of your head, right out of your head right away. You guys are good enough. There's nothing in this game that says that it's sexist one way or another. All right, so don't go in there with the mindset thinking that because I'm a woman, I am not good enough to be able to compete with these men. Anybody can play. That's the great thing about this sport. Age, gender, nothing. It's level playing ground from the time that you step up to the boards. It's going to make a difference in this game. All right. So the other thing that I heard from you guys is women's doubles.
Yes.
Is that probably the most important thing that you guys think needs to happen in the ACO?
I think we would get more women to come out and play.
More women
come and play if you have women's doubles, because it's women against women. Because why? Because you guys feel more comfortable playing against other women?
It's hard to play against women because for some reason I play much better against a man. I don't know why. I feel like I do. Because I feel like I have more to prove. I don't know. Maybe. Yeah. But it's harder. Women you like. I mean, people you like in general, it's hard to play against. I have a hard time.
We go head to head every regional.
But y'all don't like
every regional. And I mean, we're like the best of friends. But when you step up to that board, it's it's game on.
It's competition. That's it.
And then as soon as the game's over,
It really has everything to do with, all right, so I work with only men, so I hear only what men have to say about us ladies. And we are very difficult people.
Yes.
I know we are. And so, and we're, like he said, truth be
Oh, no, I'm not disagreeing.
Good thing. But I said we are more competitive than those guys are in there.
Yes.
We are. And so because of that, we don't want to get beat by I'll be fine getting beat by a guy. I don't want to get beat by girls.
Right.
That's what most women say.
Right.
That's what most women say because they don't care to get beat by a guy because, well, a guy's supposed to beat us.
Right.
You know, that's what, no, I'm saying that's what the majority of women that are not playing will say. All of us in here say, oh, hell no. We're supposed to win. So I don't think it has anything to do with whether I like you, because I like all those guys out there too. I like some of them a whole lot. When they bend over.
And I'm gonna stop putting this in your face like that then.
If a guy beats me, I'm coming back. I'm coming for you. I'm going to see you again.
Well, that's the way that it is. And that's the way that it should be. It's like I said, it's a level playing ground in this sport, and I think that it does need to be addressed a little bit more. And I think, Frank, I do think that women's doubles is something that needs. And then once these women are done beating their own asses, then they can come on to the men's side of it and start kicking our asses too. If you're ready for it.
we're ready for it.
All right. I'm ready for it. I'm not ready for it.
Women where we don't have to even play, where the women don't play with the men. I would really like to see so many women in here that we have to have pool play. I know, but I'm saying
I would pay to go watch that.
I would too.
Yeah. I don't want to too, but I would love to have a women's tournament too. I want to be able to play against the men too. Because some of them men out there is like, oh, it's a woman. She can't beat me. Guess what? To the boards, you're getting your ass whooped. Excuse my language.
Fired up, Tina, fired up.
They get beat by a woman. They hate it. They hate it. Yep. That's right. They don't like it at all. Nope.
I've had so many people get so mad when I beat them at the boards. And it's, hey, guess what? A woman just you.
Shake my hand if I beat him. How about that?
That's terrible.
You know, if you're a bad sport, you're a bad sport. I have nothing to say about that, but I appreciate all you women coming out here and being part of this with me today. I'm honored to be part of this with you as well. So, Frank, women's doubles,